Welcome to our weekly live stream. This week we're gonna go over subclassing, the new mech with the new update here this week. Subclassing, simply put, is the new ability to switch out your class skill lines. So, for instance, if you're a Nightblade here, you have 3 basic class skill lines that normally were stuck to you. But now there's a new menu here called subclassing. And now you will be able to switch out 2 of your 3 class skill lines. For instance, switch out Shadow to something from, let's say, Atrix Spear from a Templar. In order to be able to subclass, you must have at least one character that has hit level 50. But once you have that, any other character you make will immediately be able to subclass. There's a limitation, you can't switch out all of them, but you can switch out 2 out of the 3 class skill lines. You can only take 1 from each class. So for instance, I can keep Assassination, switch out Shadow and Siphoning, but I cannot take both Atrix Spear and the healing skill line from Templars. Instead I would, for instance, take Atrix Spear and then Winter's Embrace from Warden class. So I cannot take 2 from Templar or 2 from Warden, but 1 from each. Each character that you want to subclass has to do an intro quest to do it, and we're going to show that here. You find it in the Crown Store. Right now it's under Featured, right at the very bottom. Here, called a Study in Discipline. If you can't find it, simply search for a study. There we go. It's free for anyone. You just really double click, confirm that you want to purchase for 0 crowns, and you've begun. Now it's in your quest log. It can't be abandoned apparently, so once you start, you have to finish. The quest takes you to one of 3 different cities depending on which alliance you're from. In this case, my character here is from Ebonheart Pact, so I have to go to Riften. It will show you on the map where you need to go. Simply press M when you look at the quest, and it'll show you. So we go to the Rift to start the quest. It's very conveniently placed right by the way shrine. And here we have Bafra at Hunding. She's the one we need to talk
Your
to.
reputation precedes you.
She's gonna tell you how awesome you are and
in your
explain that
travels,
you
I will
can
show
get
you
even
how to
more
teach
awesome,
us,
basically.
Like the ways of the very well.
Then you can
Before you
ask
begin
where
your
for different areas. For instance, High Arcane that covers the
Speaking
magic.
with the dead,
In her eyes, of
summoning
the magic
Daedra.
characters. Let's say we want
There are many
Arcanist.
channelers of apocalypse. Runes can be used for a variety. Hold the disciplines you
Now we
wish
get,
to study
once
in
we
your
click through the
mind.
dialogue, we get the
Feel
option
their
choose
power.
disciplines. If it's the first time, you get a little explanation here, but I'm gonna show you instead. Now this menu opens up in your skill line called subclassing. It's gonna be there from now on, and there you can go and check the others' different class skill lines. Notice there are levels on them, and this is my base. I'm a Nightblade here, so this is my base class skill lines. 2 of them are maxed, 1 is not. None of them are going to be maxed at first when you do it the first time, but then later you can max them for any other class. But you'll notice there are 2 different symbols here. It's called either subclass or equip. Equip is because I have a Templar that is maxed out. And since this is maxed out, I'm already a master, so to speak, on my account in this. So I can just equip it. I can also equip something with the symbol subclass, but with that there is a limitation. Let's say I have 5 different characters and I all want Daedric summoning on all of them. That won't be possible until I've maxed it on someone, because it's subclassed right now, not equipable. And the difference is simply I've maxed this, I haven't maxed this. Once you've maxed it, then it's gonna get the plus, and then there are no limitations. But until then, you can do it on 3 chars at once with Daedric summoning, or with Stormcalling, or with Earnhardt, and so on. So there, you don't have to have maxed out things, but it's an advantage if you have a lot of characters. What what we do is we say I want Atrix Spear, for instance. Now it asks me, which do you want to get rid of? Because you have to discard something. So let's say I don't want a Shadow. I say I want to get rid of Shadow and then confirm. Now, instead of Shadow, I have Atrix Spear. Still Siphoning and still Assassination. It's at level 1. Everything is at level 1 at first. Once, let's say I do the work, I get this maxed out to level 50, all of them unlocked. If I then want to put Atrix Spear on another character, it's going to be maxed on the immediately. So you only have to grind it up once. But now we simply equip something, so we can get some XP on it and press confirm. At first it's free, for the first time you do it. Then we exit the menu, talk to Bafra again and say thank you very much.
Your choices today will not
It's going to give you a respec scroll, so if you change your mind you can respec. If you ever feel like, okay, Atrix Spear, that was a mistake, or I also need to get rid of Siphoning, for instance, then you go to any respec shrine in a city, or use one of those he just gave me here, a respec scroll. Just going to use the scroll here to show you. And then you go to subclassing and choose something else. Let's say I've decided I want animal companions. And that Atrix Spear, that was crap. I'm going to change it out. There we go. Confirm. Done. It's switched out. It's as easy as that. If you don't know where to find a respec shrine, you can usually find it in major cities. Let's say, for instance, in Wayrest, with the capital here. On the map, you'll find some shrines, rededication shrines. Most major cities have them, and that's where you can respec if you don't have a scroll. That's going to cost a bit of gold, depending on how many skills you have. It's important to note that when you switch out a class line, let's say that I put some skills here and here. Now I switch this one out for Atrix Spear. It's going to refund me those 2 skill points. But then I of course have to set skill points here in the new one. But if you notice, this doesn't cost 1 skill point but 2 skill points. So subclassing skills cost double on skill points. So you might need to get some grinding with the sky shots to make sure you have enough to do it. Along with this, there's also a new champion point. Whenever you subclass and you have to get some XP to grind up the skill line, a subclass skill line goes slower than a regular one. But there is a new champion point that can offset that. If you go to craft, then in the bottom right corner, discipline artisan. If you max that, doesn't have any requirements, simply gotta have some champion points. If you max that, you now get 15% XP to anything slotted, which includes the subclass skill line, and then you've offset the debuff on getting XP for your subclassing. Because the subclass, you gain XP 15% slower on those, so now you're back to a normal level. I had some questions besides how to do this when I first did it. I use class sets on my main. For those of you who don't know, class sets are from Infinite Archive, and they're class specific. So for instance, Reawakened Hierophant can only be used on an Arcanist. The big question for me was, okay, now I have a Nightblade, I integrate some Arcanist skills, can I then use it? And the answer is no. Regardless how much you subclass, you still have registered a base class. So if your character was originally a Nightblade, it's gonna right here still say Nightblade. Even if I switch out 2 of the 3 class skill lines, this one will always be a Nightblade. That's relevant both for class sets like these from archives, and is also relevant for scribing. There is a specific script for scribing, the class script, that has a specific ability for each class. And if I want to make a banner, for instance, with the Crux ability for Arcanist, then I have to be an Arcanist originally for that to work. If I try to make a banner here with this one, it's gonna be the Nightblade effect on the script for scribing. And that also goes for leaderboards. Leaderboards are still based on the original classes. So here, when you take a leaderboard, you can still choose these, and they're based on the class that your character was born as, so to speak. That was pretty much it for subclassing. Not much more to than that. And then it's just a matter of figuring out what works for you. Experiment, Google for builds, whatever works. Try it out and have some fun with it.
I was sent for you.